Hi lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we are diving deep into ancestral karma. And this has been a message that's been coming through for me, especially with our love stream, our next love stream, scheduled for the 1st of October, which is this Friday. At first, I didn't get anything from my guys as to what the meditation would be. But slowly but surely, they've been coming through. And what's been coming through is the transmutation of ancestral karma as it surrounding giving and receiving out of balance in relationships, and not just your love relationships, but even in your work relationships, and even maybe in your family group. So this is what has been coming through. So I'm not sure what my guys will talk about today in this session, but this is what we're going to be addressing on Friday. So if that is something that might interest you, something that you've realized is a lesson that you has been coming up repeatedly in a lot of your relationships, then maybe that session on Friday is going to be for you, because I wouldn't be surprised if it is a toxic relationship pattern in your ancestral line, and not just you. You are just the one that has been chosen to heal that particular pattern. And healing is very important for connections, for everybody, but particularly for twin flames, and I'm about to tell you why. So the readings, that we usually do, how's your person feeling, what's a karmic relationship, that's all beautiful. They all teach us something, but then we really have to go and remember we have all work to do, not just for ourselves, but as I said, for our ancestral line. And this healing that we do is not just for our ancestral line, and not just for ourselves, but also especially for twins or twin flame connection. So this is, and I always, if you've seen this before, you can fast forward, right? But I always update you as to what is happening in my own twin ring. I'm not doing twin flame checks at the moment, but you can always join my mailing list on my website to be informed when I do start back doing twin checks. So if you've seen this before, again, you can fast forward. So this is me and my twin. I can't draw, so don't judge me, right? So when we look at the twin ring and we're looking from this angle, okay, remember it's a circle. When we're looking from this angle, divine feminine is usually on this side, and divine masculine is usually on this side. But remember, it's a circle, so if you go behind it, it's going to be a different perspective. But this is a perspective that the guides usually show us. Now, when you meet your twin, there are two things that happen. One, the root chakra gets connected between you guys. Your root chakra joins to their root chakra, to DM's root chakra, and it joins in the center chakra. Okay. The other thing that happens is your lights come on. So usually this whole ring here is in darkness. There are two things that'll turn on your lights. One, a false twin or ascension partner will turn on the lights on one side of the ring, whoever's having the experience. On one, and usually I've seen this in DFs. I've seen a couple DMs with their lights on, but no DF yet, right? Okay, anyway. So a false twin or an ascension partner or even trauma can cause some kind of awakening and turn on your lights on your side, right? And by lights on your side, it's like, I usually see like an overhead bulb, like here, and it will turn on and illuminate your side of the ring. A false twin karmic partner will do that, okay? When you've met your twin, both sides of the ring come on, right? Both sides of those illuminating lamps that I see, they come on. So once you meet, root comes on, lights come on, and then most likely your sacral chakra light will come on. Mine didn't come on because, and me and my twin didn't come on because we had blockages in our sacral chakra. So after that, and there's a little honeymoon phase, whatever, you enjoy each other's company, that's when you guys start to trigger each other. So you can see that at that time, and this was 2 years ago, I was fully triggered, okay? I was almost at Chandra Chakra, and he just couldn't give. He really couldn't give. There was nothing for him to be triggered about, quite frankly. I was fully triggered, and he just, whatever. Now, when we start responding to the triggers and we start doing our healing, then our heart light starts to move. That's when we start opening up our heart to love, or we start opening up our heart to our counterpart. And you can see he was very reserved, and I'm there to powering through to center chakra. I'm in it, right? I'm in it. And then I just started my channel. So that was me kind of putting my authentic self out there. So the light came on in my throat chakra there, right? Then we had a big event. And that big event triggered his lights to really start doing some movement on his side. Again, still no movement in that sacral chakra. I had to do a healing session with my friend Jen from Infinite Twin Flame Healing. And then that light came on, and it came on really freaking bright. And this has nothing to do with whether you desire a twin or not. We just had blockages, okay? We desired each other. That was not the issue. Okay? So yeah, my lights hit that center chakra here, and his light started to move. He was fully triggered, and then he started doing healing on his heart, and it being more of his authentic self, that kind of thing. And then our third eye lights came on, right? We got very, very connected in the 5D. So a lot of astral chat, astral events, that kind of thing. And of course, my throat chakra was there, going towards center, his own also as well. And twins are always joined by the cerebellum chakra. So that's, even when you don't, I feel like it's always on even when you don't meet your twin. Okay, because it's, for some persons, even before they meet their twin, there's always a yearning or a feeling that there's somebody out there. There's somebody out there, somebody special, a particular person out there, and they may even dream of this person before they meet that person. So I feel like that's always joined, because that is a well of dreams. Okay, so I feel like that is always joined, but I've not gotten the proof of that yet. And then this is us at this present time. Now, the thing I forgot to tell you guys, when you start healing your heart, then energy starts flowing around the ring. DF's energy flows in a clockwise direction. Masculine's energy flows in a anti-clockwise direction. And this kind of forms a protective barrier around the ring. And then, well, all our lights came on. So I think the only thing left here is the crown chakra to join, as you can see. Now, this has nothing to do with physical union. There are many twins who are in physical union, and maybe only some of their heart lights are on. They've decided to do the healing work together. This is about being in sacred union and producing that kind of energy that is meant to, one, power back into Earth's grid, and two, shift the energy of other people around you. So this is about sacred union. So we're almost in sacred union. That's what it is. So that's why we're talking about healing today. So that's where I'm getting it to. Okay, so we are talking about ancestral karma. So I'm going to look now at what are you transmuting for your ancestral line. And I'm going to be using the healing cards. It's called the conspiracy deck for this. What are you healing or transmuting for your ancestral line? Underneath the deck we have hatred. Okay, and it feels like a sibling rivalry, quite frankly. So this is the energy of it. It's about hatred. It's about opening up your heart to love and to compassion. It's about ending it's a family feud. For some of you, it's a family feud. It's about ending that family feud, because it's a card number 21. And 21 is all about completion. Okay, so for some of you, I feel like it's a sibling rivalry or a family feud of some sort. All right, so what are you healing for your ancestral line? Or holding grudges? Spirit, what are we healing? You see, we got a power struggle again. And it comes back again. I'm feeling like siblings. I'm feeling like siblings. Okay, maybe even... Because this does not feel like... Okay, it could be, yes, it is. Okay, got it. Two messages. Okay. One, definitely a power struggle within a family. It could be siblings, it could be a parental figure and a child. Okay, there's so many of you that's going to watch this, but it's definitely some kind of power struggle. And this power struggle is coming about because of one thing. It's an imbalance between the masculine and feminine energy. And I know this because there's a card number 34, and 34 is the vibration of the Empress, which is feminine energy, and is the vibration of the Emperor, which is masculine energy. So this power struggle that you have within your family unit, okay, and even in your relationships, because there's an imbalance in your masculine and feminine energies. This is what causes the power struggle in your relationships. So you're going to see that at work, okay, especially when you have to go into your masculine energy or you have to go into your feminine energy. You're going to choose, okay. You don't do this within balance, okay. It's always an extreme, and this also affects your giving. Is okay, so it comes back to that again. It also affects your ability to give and receive in relationships, and to give and receive love in your connections, because the Empress is the energy of receiving, and the Emperor is the energy of giving. So there's always an imbalance here. So again, I'm on the right track for Friday, right? So this is what we're talking about. It's about learning now to balance these masculine and feminine energies, so yet that you give and receive equally in all your relationships, and end this power struggle. And this power struggle comes about because the masculine and feminine energies within you and also within your ancestral line are not in balance. So it looks like they're on some kind of extreme end of the continuum in some particular kind of way. So maybe there's some people in your family who are overgivers, and there's some of them, they only know how to take. Okay, and we might be waffling back and forth. It's because there's no balance. Some of your family members might be chauvinistic. We might have internalized misogyny and all of that. Or it could be that the feminine energies are out of balance, and they're very dominant, and they don't know how to receive all these things. There's a masculine. What am I saying? The masculine. Anyway, there's an imbalance between your masculine and feminine energies. So let me put a couple cards on this, but that's what it is. And that's exactly what we're going to look at on Friday. This is what it is. And it's showing up in all your relationships. Yeah, Spirit saying come out of that comfort zone though. Because it's toxic. Until you heal that, all your relationships are going to be like that. So Spirit saying it's time to put in the work. 8 of Pentacles. So, and that also tells me this is happening at work also. Okay, we have the Empress. Okay, we have the Empress, and then we have the 10 of Cups in reverse. So Spirit is saying, until you achieve this balance and hold steady and hold space, like the energy of the Empress. Okay, she is so balanced. She is so stable. She is so grounded. Okay, until you achieve this and really get yourself back into balance and balance your masculine and feminine energies, there's going to be a delay in your love relationships, and it's going to always be struggle in your family unit, because 10 of Cups in reverse is a family unit that does not know peace or emotional harmony with each other. Spirit saying this is what it is. So you're meant to put in that kind of work. And remember, when we heal ourselves, we heal the 7 generations that came before us, and we heal the 7 generations that are to come. Okay? So let us see, what gift have you received from your ancestors to help you on this journey? So that's why you have power struggles, right? Masculine and feminine energies within you are out of balance. Underneath the deck, we have angelic intervention. You've been given the gift of grace. Okay, you've been given strength and you've been given intuition, right? Because 82 is a vibration of the strength card. Okay, that's Leo energy. And then 2 is a vibration of the high priestess, okay, which is Pisces, Scorpio. I also read as Taurus and Virgo because of some of its aspects. Okay, so this is what you've been given. And there's been angelic intervention here. You've been given strength and you've been given intuition for this journey. All right, so let's see if I get any additional message, but I think that's it. What have you been given for this journey to help you? What have you been given? And we have grace again. We got grace again. And it's a card number 82. Okay? It's a card number 82. I'm getting 2 messages with this. 1, you've been given the gift of strength. Okay, this is a strength card. So maybe 8 might be significant for you. Maybe you saw some kind of significant shift at the 8 portal. Okay, you could have had some kind of initiation or something like that. So you've been given strength for this journey. But you've also been given an eternal love connection. Okay, that is instrumental in supporting you on this journey. This other person, whoever this person is, they are meant to. It's your twin. Look, you guys here, the twins. It's the twin, your twin, right? So your twin is another gift on this journey because they are helping you balance out these 2 energies, these polarities inside of you, and helping you come back into oneness. For some of you guys, it will be the gift of being a parent, okay, that's going to help you balance out these energies. For some of you, you're going to be receiving twin girls, okay, and that's really going to help you go into your feminine energy and to really balance you out. Let me read that from the book, right? Let's get that from the book. I'm not going to clarify. So let's see 8. That's beautiful. You've been given grace. Gosh, come on. 8. Let's have a look. Okay, so it says, grace is God's gift of love. So you've been given a great love, an eternal love, just like I said. It affirms that the universe is in order. Grace takes over all the jobs that we have unwittingly and mistakenly assumed. The extent to which we are independent is the extent to which we are trying to take over God's job because we think He has done it wrong. All these roles and jobs weigh down on us and tie us to a point where we become so exhausted that we just want to lay down and die. Instead, we could just realize that it's not our job but God's. We could let grace handle the problem and create the healing. So you don't really have to do anything except go with the flow because Spirit has this. Okay? Grace is God's wish that all things will be ours. All we need to do is let go of control and allow grace to take over. There is an important lesson that you're meant to learn, and it is the lesson in doing nothing. All attempts to push and get ahead come from our sense of inadequacy. Our striving actually blocks our peace. We can let grace be our security, our blessing, and our healing today. We can let Spirit save us. If you get this card, you are being asked to let grace do everything today. Let grace work in you and through you so that it is doing what you're called to do. Everything is being done for you. So all you need to do is be a channel. Be a channel. All you need to do is receive. And that's why we saw that Empress. Spirit is just asking you to receive. This can be a day full of peace, love, abundance, tenderness, and healing. It can be a day full of heaven's sweetness, calling you to remember your true home. Grace is Spirit's love for you. It lets you know that you have not been forgotten. In any situation, grace awaits your invitation to undo the conspiracies. Invite it into Spirit, saying, invite Spirit to help you today. Okay? Remember, we always have those in the spiritual realm, the angelic realm, just waiting to assist us, just waiting to intervene on our behalf. But they must get our permission to do so because the universe is a respecter of free will. So today, allow grace to take over and allow grace to guide us. And all we have to do is remember to go with the flow. Let me have a look now at what karmic lesson you are learning. Okay, so we see the big picture. All right, so that's the big picture. This is what you're meant to do, right? Get back into balance and end some of the power struggles in your ancestral line. But there are many little modules that make up that big lesson. So let me see what module you're on right now. Right? We're in class, right? We're in class. This is our school. Earth is our school. And the lesson that you're learning right now is to get back into balance, right? So let's see what module you're learning. So it's talking about here now a past life in Egypt. And usually when we get this past life Egypt card, it's always kind of connected to poverty consciousness and not feeling like we have enough and always working very hard or hustling, okay, to create some sort of safety zone. All right, so let's see how that plays out in the cards. What karmic lesson are you learning right now? And then I'll see how that plays into the bigger picture. All right, we have an unrequited love. Okay. All right, so we have a past life in Egypt coming through. And there it looks like there was a situation where you felt rejected, where you felt you internalized what you perceived as someone's rejection of you. You thought that you were unworthy of love. And the thing about it is, when we feel like we are unworthy of love, or we feel worthless, or we lack self-love in any way, that's when we fall into these paradigms of either overcompensating, and that's when we start to do overgiving because we feel like we have to make up for whatever's lacking in us, or we may take because we feel that lack in us. We feel like we have to feed off of other people. For some of us, we become energy vampires, right? And we take, and sometimes we hoard. So it even manifests itself in hoarding. So this is what you're being asked to transmute at this time. You're being asked to realize that there's absolutely nothing lacking in you. So you don't have to overcompensate, and you don't have to overtake in relationships. What you need to do is get yourself back into balance. So this is how this feeds into the bigger picture of ending that power struggle and ending that dynamic, right? So you're learning how to love yourself completely. And you're also learning that people's so-called rejection of you, okay, doesn't have to be a wound that you carry around for lifetimes. You don't have to take it personally, because that is their own shit. That has nothing to do with you. You can craft a new beginning for yourself. So it looks like you've walked around lifetimes with this wound within you, right? Internalizing what you see as others' rejection of you, but Spirit is saying no. You have to realize that's nothing personal to you. That has to do with the other person, right? There's nothing lacking within you. There's nothing that you need to make up for. There's nothing that you need to hoard. Spirit is saying this lifetime you're meant to set a new foundation for yourself, for your ancestral line. You have the power. The Queen of Wands, she is so confident. She's so powerful. She's so spiritually connected. And she is so confident, especially in the material world. She's so confident with her spirituality. She's so confident with regard to her sexuality. Every part of her, there's a confidence there that cannot be broken. And Spirit is asking you to step into that energy now. You are not a victim. And Spirit asks you to take back your power. This is what you need to do. Take back your power. Okay? And end endless cycles of carrying this energy around like a weight on your back. Now, we're going to look at what are you transmuting with your twin or counterpart. What are you transmuting with your twin or counterpart? We have a depth. Spirit is letting you know you have the skills. Okay, and this is also about stepping in. This looks like the Magician here. Okay, so Empress has come out, and now we have the Magician. So two very powerful masculine and feminine archetypes. Okay, so what are you transmuting with your counterpart? Because we see that your counterpart is a part of the big picture. Okay, so what is your counterpart helping you or supporting you in transmuting? And this is the Archetypes and Shadows deck by the same author, Chuck Spezzano. We have Pair Artemis, and this is the young boy. Okay, this is the young boy. What are you transmuting? Gotcha. Okay, so this is the energy of the Fool. Okay, what your person is meant to do is to trigger childhood wounds for healing. Okay, and bring you back to this place of innocence, this place of purity, this place of trust. Because look how unguarded he is. He's like, oh, take me, take me, take me. It's total trust in his counterpart, total trust in the universe, total trust in family members. There's no guardedness. He's naked before the world. Okay, so there's also a message here about also being true to yourself and being as authentic as possible. This is who I am. So your person is triggering these old childhood wounds to get you back to that place before programming, before hurt and pain. To get you back to that blank slate where you have this unwavering trust in the universe and also in people around you. It's a place of surrender. This is what it is. Your person is helping you to move to a place of surrender where you allow grace to take over. This is what they're triggering. So they're triggering all these childhood wounds for healing, whatever they may be, and getting you back to that place of total self-love and acceptance. Let's see what's the advice for you, and we are going to end this reading. And underneath the deck it says, release the dark wound. And that sounds like ancestral karma to me. And let love live. Okay? Let love live. Alright, so let's have a look. What's the message? I love this deck, you know. And it says, relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Relax the hold of that. Yeah, so this is awakening. See, look, her light is coming on, right? So there's some awakening that's happening here, because this looks like how I see it with the overhead light. That's exactly how it looks with the overhead light in the ring. But this person, look, if you look at the base of this is grounded on a tree stump. So this is about being grounded in the energy, in the vibration, in the knowledge of your ancestors. You were chosen for this. It says, relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Be at cause, not at ease. Be at cause. And it's another card, number 8, card number 26. Okay, and that's the vibration of the high priestess, and also the vibration of love, the lovers. All right, so let me see what this is here. It says, relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Dear sacred rebel, this moment in your life requires great courage. Fortunately, you possess that in bucket loads, right? Because that's what Spirit said they are giving you. 8-8, that's strength, that's courage, right? So they're giving you that in bucket loads because they're saying you're going to need it right now. You are being asked to allow yourself to be lifted out of one level of known reality and into the next level of higher voltage reality. So it looks like you're stepping into some kind of higher, or maybe even your highest, we're going to call it timeline, but highest reality. Higher voltage reality requires a more absolute trust and heart that is surrendered into the greater heart of the universe. I told you so, Spirit. So in order to access this higher voltage timeline, you have to get like this. The pair Artemis. You have to be that full, complete trust and surrender in the universe. so that life can happen to us, through us, and with us more quickly, more radically, more beautifully, and more boldly. You are now being invited to this new reality where things happen quickly and according to bold, loving optimism. This is a reality not only of potential, but of manifestation of the great, big, cosmic yes. To access this reality, you have to leap from known waters, and others may think you are crazy for doing so. You have to leave behind the dark weight, grip of hesitation, procrastination, second guessing, and the belief that you have to do everything on your own. You may fear for your life. How will you be safe in the wild electrical pulse of so much aliveness? How will you function without the hazy, sleep-induced paralysis of playing it safe, taking too long, and placing lesser priorities above your sacred art of life? How will you hold yourself back if you don't hold on to fear? You do not need to worry about such things. Life is wild, but it is also wise. The invitation to shift gears and jump on board the express train of life will feel exhilarating and perhaps also challenging. When you are in the hold of darkness, you will feel pushed to turn away, to imagine that it's all too much, and to create excuses about how your desires aren't grounded enough, that you are being too flighty or flaky, or that you are not living in the real world. That is fear talking. That's not truth. If the sacred rebel is not awakened, we will continue to live in a culture drenched in fear and distrust of nature. What does it mean that we become passive and just flow along like a limp leaf detached from the tree and blown about randomly by the breeze? No. Being free of the dark hold empowers us to take up our cause. It means being free to act and affirm the intuitive feelings we have by following up on them. This is painting like someone who has lost their mind, completely free and from the heart. It means writing even though you have no conscious idea of what you are writing, even as the words are streaming forth upon the page before your rather curious eyes. And it means speaking about your work, never hiding it away, allowing it to breathe the fresh air and be held in the gaze of another. So this is for all of you guys, all the light workers that are still working in the darkness, working behind the scenes. Spirit is saying it's time to come forth and shine through. You're being asked to go within and imagine diving deep off the edge of what you have known. There's so much more calling to you now. It is time. Leap. And there's a healing process here. So it says, say to yourself, I accept the offer of life so that I may truly live. Through unconditional love, I now invite and receive all assistance, intervention, protection, and inspiration so that I may leap into my next cycle of life, held in the loving arms of wisdom. So be it. Actually, it says held in the loving grace. And we just talked about that. Grace of wisdom. So be it. You may now like to take an actual jump for joy to finish your healing process. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm not going to disrupt this with anything. Okay. I thought that was just a beautiful message, and it all just like coalesced and came together. So this is you. And this is the work you're meant to do. And all the information is on my community page. I'm also going to be having Chariot Soul on as well, and she's going to do some free mini reads for us, and I think you're going to enjoy her lovely balanced energy. Okay, my loves, take care. Bye.